Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine is your dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. As you can see, I'm in a different location. Well, maybe you can't see because I've got the background, but I'm very casual. I've got the sun streaming in through holes here. I'm actually sitting in my van recording this. I'm traveling at the moment. I've had to go north to meet up with my dad. And here I am sitting in my van trying to get these podcasts done and service my clients' needs as well. So it's all interesting. So sorry about the lighting. Hopefully the sound and everything is fine. Today, we're going to be talking about broken contact forms and how they can be affecting your business. Please excuse me, I have an itchy nose. There we go. Have you ever wondered how many potential clients might be slipping through the cracks simply because of a broken contact form on your website? Let's start with that question. Contact forms are one of those behind-the-scenes things that most business owners don't notice until it's too late, or broken contact forms are the things that we don't notice until it's too late. Today, I'm going to look at why broken contact forms could be costing you clients, what causes them, and again, most importantly, how you can fix them before you lose more opportunities. So let's dive into, the hidden dangers of broken contact forms. Missed business opportunities. At its core, your contact form is a direct line to new business. If it's not working, if your contact form is not working, you're literally shutting the door on people who are ready to talk to you. Think about how many warm leads you may never know existed. This is a big one. This is normally by the time I'm called in, it's people are saying, we've noticed a drop off in our contact forms. Can you have a look at what's going on and maybe recover the leads we've lost? Well, my typical answer is no, I can't recover the leads that are lost, mostly because when people set up contact forms, they don't think about all of these things that can happen. So they don't have backup processes in place where the leads are actually saved into a database that we can go and interrogate later. I certainly can set that up. I do set that up for my clients, but yeah, it's a big one. We lose all those business opportunities. The second one is the frustration for potential clients. Imagine a client who is eager to work with you, but every time they hit submit, nothing happens. That frustration can push them straight into the arms of your competitor. Today, attention spans are short, patience is short, and honestly, I've covered this a few times, but people don't know if they're dealing with a legit website anymore. They don't know if they don't know if that website is actually active, if your business is actually active. They go to the contact form, they submit it, they don't get a response. They'll probably think that you're not talking to them, or they'll just go, oh, this site's not active anymore. This business isn't active anymore. Let's go find someone who will respond to me and tell me that they are active. So it's frustrating for your potential clients. It's going to damage your brand credibility. A broken form simply signals neglect. Well, it signals neglect. If your website doesn't function properly, clients may assume that your services won't either. They may assume you don't care about customer service. They may assume that you don't care about your business either. It creates subconscious doubt about your professionalism. It affects your credibility. And it's honestly, it's one of the harder things to recover from. Loss of trust in responsiveness. So these are all tied together, right? Even if the form looks like it's working, but messages never reach you, it gives clients the impressions that you simply don't care. You don't respond, you don't care. They don't know the form is broken. They just think you're ignoring them. I think that's pretty fair. I think that's a reasonable take. It's a silent revenue leak. The scariest part of that most businesses don't realize is that it's happening, that they aren't getting the leads that they think they should be getting through, or they aren't getting leads through. The lost leads are aren't visible in your inbox, so you don't know that you've got it, that you've got this problem. It's invisible. But the impact on your revenue becomes very, very real very, very quickly. So why do contact forms break in the first place? Well, there's a few reasons. And yeah, I say break here. Sometimes it's just that they just don't operate optimally. So let's have a look at it. Outdated plugins or software or applications. If we're running websites on platforms like WordPress, they depend on plugins. Plugins can get outdated and forms can suddenly stop working without warning. Now, how does that happen? Well, I speak regularly about the need to update your plugins regularly. If you've got an update, apply the plugin. If you have a premium plugin and you're not paying for the support, you're not going to get the update to it, it's going to cause you problems. In the long run, it's going to cause you problems. We always end up with compatibility issues between the plugins and the software that is running on the server. The server can update so that we maintain performance, that we can maintain security, and then that affects the plugins on our website. So they can break. The plugins or the applications we use to do the contact forms can break. The second one is poor mobile optimization. It's something that in recent time has become more of an issue. We were warned about it, and yeah, some of us just went, yeah, whatever. I'm one of them, I'll admit. But when you put a form on a website, it has to work on a mobile device. It says, the notes I have here say, more than half your website traffic is mobile data now, people coming through on their mobile phones. I'm going to use the Pareto principle. I think it's more like 80% of our traffic comes from mobiles and 20% comes from desktops. If the form then isn't optimized and doesn't display correctly on smaller screens, people are going to struggle to complete it, or they're just going to give up entirely. One of my biggest bugbears with forms and small screens where you've got to do something, interact with the screen and interact with the website to be able to get through to the next point, is you've got these little pop-ups, you little here, chat with us, ask the AI a question, or have a chat to our chat bot, and it sits over the bottom of the screen. So when you're trying to fill in a form, you're trying to hit buttons and you just keep hitting the AI and it keeps popping that up, or you trigger something else. You've really got to sit down and look at how the desktop site translates to the mobile site, and maybe turn some functionality off on the mobile site so that you get this traffic through, that you get these contacts through. Spam filters and technical errors. It sounds silly, but forms, one day your forms will be working and the next day you're getting emails through and the next day you're not. It's often because your email provider flags them as spam. I've discussed this a couple of times. I'm actually writing a course on it that, when it's released, you guys will find out about it. But it's about, with all the changes to email and making sure that, we're not getting phishing emails, that we're not being impersonated. Now we have to approve applications to send email on behalf of our domains. That gets missed. That gets missed in a lot of cases, or people don't quite understand what it means and they don't do it quite right. So when the forms get submitted, the emails go off and the website providers say, nope, you're not allowed to send that email. Can it? They either drop it into spam or they delete it. They mark it as spam and then delete it. Sometimes it can just be small coding errors that stop the submission from going through. Now, I spoke about this also in the first point about outdated plugins and software. Again, yes, it can be working one day and then the next day it stops working. It could be a coding error. It could simply be, I say simply, it could simply be that the server has had an update. The software on the server has been updated, and now there's this minor incompatibility between the way your form does things and the way the software is doing things, and that's got to be fixed. And that's fixed by doing the updates. That's fixed by changing the coding if it's a hard-coded form. The final one is we fail to test regularly and we fail to maintain our forms. You would think that when you set up a website and you set up your contact page and your contact form, it's a set and forget. You can just walk away and you never have to test it again. You've tested it once, it's working, you never have to test it again. Sure, but it's not static. Like I said, we've got our plugin updates that go through, we've got our application updates go through, our server software gets updated, changes get made to the email system that makes us go through another hoop, another dance to make sure we can send email on behalf of our domain. We need to be checking this. We need to be testing it because we don't know if those changes affect what we're doing at a macro level or a micro level, which then affects us at the macro level. Yes, the micro level, and then affects us at the macro level. So without regular checks, small issues can actually snowball into really big issues and big client losses. So how do we fix it or prevent broken forms? Let's start from the bottom on that one. Regular testing on forms on all devices. Make sure you test your form yourself. Monthly, quarterly, go to your website on your desktop machine, on a mobile, on a tablet, on all three. Go find your contact form, fill it in, make sure you get the email. I would recommend having throwaway Gmail accounts to do all this, Gmail or Zoho.com accounts to do all this, so that you're not sending it from your email to your email, your email address to your email address. Use a different email address to send as your contact email. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Do this regularly. Don't just trust that it's going to keep working. Test regularly. I spoke in a recent podcast about simplifying the form fields. Are you collecting too much data when you're asking people to fill in a contact form? If you have got too many fields on a form, if you are collecting too much data, if the form itself is complicated to complete, you are going to have more problems with forms being submitted and getting through to you than not. So keep it as simple as possible. Use reliable form builders or CRM integrations for your contact forms. Gravity Forms, Zoho CRM, for example. I love Gravity Forms as a contact form plugin, as a contact form plugin. I love Gravity Forms. It's great. Gravity Forms also gives you the ability that you can save those entries off into the database. So, one of your tests you can do in terms of your regular testing. And the next point that I'm going to cover is go and check what's in the database and make sure you've seen them in your inbox. But make sure you're using reliable form builders or CRM integrations. Yes, you can use free plugins. I don't want to denigrate free plugins. They are fantastic. They have built the WordPress community without a doubt. If you're going to use a free one, make sure that it is being updated regularly. Make sure it hasn't started to stagnate in the plugin directory, in the plugin repository. Make sure you've got one that is still being updated. Using premium plugins like Gravity Forms, yes, you pay for the support. Yes, you have to pay for it every year, but you know that it's being updated regularly. You know that you paying the money for it helps them get those updates out more quickly, helps them man their support desks and their help desks and address concerns that you may have as they come up. So that's one reason I actually do recommend, for things like your contact forms, going with a paid provider. Monitor and track submissions with alerts and analytics. I want to go to this one because I just mentioned it, but you can have a tool that sends you an alert every time a form is filled in. So, typically with a contact form, you send it in and it sends you an email. You don't know if you're not getting that email. You can track submissions with things like Google Analytics. You can set it up so that Google Analytics says, yes, the form is being submitted. If you're looking at your Google Analytics and you can see there's a lot of forms being submitted, but you're not seeing them, immediately there you've got a problem. Tracking the submissions, like I said, if you can, save the information into a database. Save the submissions into a database. You can log in on a regular basis once a month, once every couple of weeks. Have a look at what's been submitted versus what you've got in your inbox. That will tell you whether you've got a problems with your forms coming through. You've still got the information. You might be a bit slow in responding to it, but you've still got the information and you can address it. I have to caveat that whole statement there of make sure you understand what your regulations or legislation say about capturing visitor information like that. Make sure you're not running afoul of any of those regulations, particularly the GDPR. If you're capturing personally identifiable information, what does that really mean? And if you're in the healthcare industry and you're starting to collect information of patients, you may run up against HIPAA, HIPAA requirements as well. So just be careful with that one. The final one is setting up backups like clickable email or phone number links. Don't just rely on your contact form as a single point of contact. In fact, I do cover this in a podcast I did a little while ago where I was talking about how can you tell if a business is legit? How do you know if you go to a site and it says, oh, spend money with us, and you're looking around? One of the things I said is go and have a look at their contact page. Go and have a look at their contact details. Do they just have a contact form? Do they give you an email address? Do they give you a phone number? Can you contact them through other channels? This setting up backups for contact is not just about making sure that you're catching your broken contact forms. This is also about fixing your reputation or maintaining your reputation, making you look like a legitimate, real business that people can get to know, like, and trust. But have backup links. So put your email address on the site. Yes, I know it's annoying, but put your email address on the site. If you're going to put your phone number, if you have a phone number, put your phone number on it, make the link clickable. So if you are looking at it, I can do it from my desktop because I've got a soft client on my desktop to make phone calls. Not everyone does. But if you're on your phone and you've got a clickable phone link, you can, from your phone, while you're on the website, you can just tap the number and it will bring up the phone app and make the phone call for you. Have chatbots, have a website chat, send people to your Facebook page or your X profile or your Instagram profile and have messaging enabled through there as well. So if they've been sending you contacts through the website and you're not getting back, maybe they'll reach out in another way and just see if they let you know that there's a problem, or see if you want to talk to them. Maybe you don't want to talk to them. So at the end of the day, your contact form is one of the most critical parts of your website. It's one of the most. There's a lot of things that go together to run a business, and if your people can't contact you, it's a problem. If it's broken, you're going to be losing trust, credibility, and most importantly, you're going to lose those clients that want to do business with you. However, with regular testing and a few simple safeguards, you can make sure every lead makes it safely to your inbox. Don't let a broken form be the silent killer of your business growth. Okay, cool. So that was the notes that I had. I'm going to come and have a chat to you guys now. I realize the sun is sort of streaming down on my face and doing all sorts of things here. What do you guys think? Have you had broken contact forms? It's pretty debilitating. I know that when I work with clients to try and resolve that type of thing, it's really stressful. It's stressful for me as the dev going in and the webby going in to try and find the problem and then say, I'm really sorry, I can't recover the contacts because we don't know who they were. They've submitted the form doesn't get saved off. We just don't know. We have no idea. So it's stressful for me. It's really stressful for the business owners who, they might have been having a campaign running and now they've got no leads. They've spent the money on the advertising and they've got no leads. It's stressful. So what are your experiences? Do you test your websites? Do you test your contact forms? Do you test your submissions? Do you capture the data that is entered on a contact form so that you can come back later and have a look and say, I haven't seen that email, let me go and respond to it now? What's the deal? I would really, really, really love to know what you guys think, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Have I said something here you disagree with? Have I said something here that's raised more questions than I've answered? I would absolutely love to know. Whatever it is, you can come and join my community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Join the conversation there. You can always leave comments wherever you're watching or listening to these videos. I will respond to those eventually. Bear with me, guys. If this video was useful to you, give it a like. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, no, day after tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.